Kaseem here. Welcome to the YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about volume and TT squeeze. That's also an indicator that I use in my charts. I'm going to talk about it. Let's get right into it. So yeah, before we get into the video, I have done this is my 6th series of this YouTube series. This is my 5th episode or 5th YouTube video of this particular topic. I've talked about all this different tools, indicators. I've talked about them in my previous video. I'm gonna link everything in the cards below, above. You can click on the I button and check out my other YouTube videos talking about everything. I've broken everything down all the way from the beginning till this level. I'm gonna change this up from now and call this intermediate, because it's like an intermediate level, intermediate to advanced level when it comes to the next couple of things that I'm going to be talking about. You can certainly trade with this. This is very easy to trade with. It's not really too difficult to trade with this. You can trade with this profitably. Like the basic understanding of how to use this is when price is above 10 and price is above 15 moving average, and you can see the signal, this MACD crossover. Once that happens, you see the signal and the yellow EMA is above it, then you can take a trade. Basically, when this signal comes out, the yellow sign is above, and the actual price, the candlestick, is obviously green. So when it's above, you want to take only the green trades. You want to take only the green trades. And when it's below it, you want to do only the red trades. When it's below, I've explained how to use this in depth. So if you don't get what I'm doing right here, go back to the previous videos. I have a playlist. Go try to watch a video from the start of the playlist. You're gonna get what I'm talking about a lot better. Okay, but for those that understand what I'm doing and keep up with the channel, let's move on. So I'm going to add a couple more indicators to this that will make things a lot easier for everybody. Now, you don't have to have this much indicator on your charts, but it helps me. It helps me out a lot. That's why I particularly have a lot of indicators. It helps me out tremendously. So the next one we want to do is we want to add volume. I think it's volume. I don't remember exactly which one, but give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So what you want to do is you want to type in volume here, and then you want to double click on this one that says volume average. So what this indicator does is when you tap on it, it's going to be right at the bottom. It's going to be right at the bottom. Then you have to move it to the volume column. You move it into the volume column and you hit apply. And the other one that we also want to add here is we want to add TT squeeze. Let's see. TT squeeze. Let's see if it comes up right here. There you go. So TT squeeze, double tap on it. It's going to be right at the bottom here. Double tap on it. And there's a couple more indicators that we're gonna add to this. There's a couple more indicators, but let's just start with this because I usually use momentum indicator as well. You know what? Let me just add that. Momentum. No, you know what? Let me just keep it this way because I don't want to confuse you guys. I just want to just make this as smooth and easy looking as much as possible. Now, at any given time, all this setup, it's already in the link below. All my setup is in the link below. I already showed I showed you guys how to import it from YouTube, from the links below, onto your own TD Ameritrade. I have lots of videos on that. I think I have 2 videos. I'm gonna link it in the cards. You can watch it. But yeah, so this is pretty much what the chart looks like. Again, like I always say, when you have a brand new information, it's always new to the eye. So you need to take some time to actually watch this video a couple of times for you to get what's going on. But what we just did was we add an average line to the volume. That's the first thing I'm going to start with. You see this tiny little line that is inside the volume, this line right here? It's an average line. So it's basically the average volume, the average volume that this particular stocks normally get. That is the average volume. So this helps you in terms of kind of figure out, okay, this is like unusual volume on this particular candlestick. Like right here, if we were gonna look at this, now, when the market opened, it was a pretty big buy volume. So some people were selling, but there was more buyers than sellers, so that's why we have this. And at the bottom, right at the tiny little bottom part right here, you can see it's higher than the normal average, right? And then we saw the red volume but green bar, so it means there's more sellers than buyers. And then for the next one, we saw a higher than average volume as well, with a MACD histogram crossover, plus the EMA, the 5 EMA is above everything. So usually right here would be a good entry, and then you just kind of watch the stock. So what I'm trying to do is trying to have indicators that I can just take a look at really quickly and be able to tell what's going on. So let's say if you had a trade here, let me just zoom this out just once. Okay, cool. So let's say if we took the trade here and we're like watching the 10 moving average here, we're watching the 15 moving average, and everything just seems to be going up. So what I usually would like to do as well is to keep an eye on the TT squeeze. Usually if the TT squeeze has this color, this light bluish color with the dark blue color. So usually the dark blue color would mean like the trend is going down, like the trend is going down. But usually if you see, light blue color, then dark blue, then light blue, then dark blue, that usually signifies that most likely the stock is still on an uptrend, it's still on a bull run. So now this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about right here. This is a perfect example. Let me explain this to you. So from this point, right, usually the red and yellow usually signify that the selling volume is kind of waning, is going down, and usually it means that the buyers are coming back in. So the MACD histogram crossover, which is this arrow right here, would usually come up first, would indicate first that, oh look, listen, this is a change in trend, most likely the stock is going up. Then the EMA is above it, so you can take a trade here, right, and kind of watch it. So the TT squeeze now start confirming that, okay, we are on an uptrend here. The TT squeeze is like a trend chart. It's a trend chart, and this would usually signify like an up. It will signify an uptrend, basically. So that's as you can see, most likely if you're getting the light blue, dark blue, light blue, dark blue, most likely you're kind of still in an uptrend. The dark blue will show during when it goes down a little bit. The dark blue will show when it goes down a bit. But in general, you're still in an uptrend. So the TT squeeze kind of help you stay in the game a little bit longer instead of getting out early. Like for example, if you got out here, then you would have maybe missed out on the rest of the trade. Or if you sold too early, you wouldn't have been able to take the rest of the trade back all the way up. So that is that. And then for the put side, if you're selling, if you're going short, usually here, right here, and also like right here would also kind of like indicate and show you, okay, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Most likely it's going down, and then you would see really big red. Let me see if I can show you a downward trend. Okay, perfect. This is another example. So right here we see that. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Okay, so right here the indicators show up here. It's showing that most likely the stock will keep on going down. That's the MACD histogram. As the first signal that you look for when you're trying to take a trade. It's the first signal. And then the next one you want to look at is, where is the EMA? Where is the EMA line? Once it's below the 15 and it's below the 10, then you can take a trade here. This is usually a good time to short, to go to buy puts. And then as the stock goes down, the TT squeeze also, you see from here, we're only getting not like right here when we're getting red and dark blue, light blue, dark blue, light blue. Right here we're basically just getting straight up dark blue, and then it just kept on pushing down until we started getting yellow and red. So yellow and red is same thing with dark blue, light blue and dark blue. It usually just means that, okay, most likely the trend has kind of like ended. So trying to either get out of the trade or look for, or still stay in the trade. So it's up to you at that point. So this would be a good time to short, right? The first signal will be when the MACD indicators show up. Then when the EMA is below, the 15 moving average, then you can take a trade, and then you just keep an eye on the TT squeeze and see how it forms. Then you just go from there. Hopefully one of these days I can do a live video of how this works while the market is open. That would be a good one to capture. But yeah, so like if you took a trade here, this TT squeeze kind of like keep you in the trade for a long time. Okay, so this is how I use it. There's a couple more indicators that I add to the TT squeeze, just the TT squeeze alone. I'm going to talk about that in the next lesson. So that's pretty much it for this section. So thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something from that video. If you like what I do here, please subscribe, like this video. It helps my channel a lot. I'm still a brand new YouTuber. I'm learning as I go. But I have been trading for a long time, like 2 years now. I've been learning how to trade for 2 years. I've been trading for like a year and a half. So that was 2 years learning and trading for a year and a half. So I've been at the game. I've been in this game for a long time. So I'm just trying to get my thoughts out there and help other people that might need help. And I'm trying to make sure I have all the videos in order, basically. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you around. I'm a dividend investor and a day trader. That's what I do. And yeah, that's what a lot of my content will be about. Hopefully in the future more content can come. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you. Love you all. See you next time. Bye.